The ENS Triathlon is a 300-yard swim in the pool. It's followed by a 2.5-mile bike ride and a 1.5-mile run. It originated back in the early stages of Westview's history because we have this great pool facility and we needed to try to figure out a way, hey, how do we run a capstone event at the end of the school year so that kids can really feel a sense of accomplishment? And looking at the pool going, no one ever does a triathlon. Why can't we do one here? And since triathlons started in San Diego, we thought, what better place here in San Diego County to do the first high school triathlon for students. So that's kind of how it came to fruition, and over the years it's just gotten better and better throughout the years. We've had corporate sponsors, we've had numerous students go through it and feel a sense of accomplishment for going through it. And so that's one of the reasons why it's done each and every year.
Okay, what do you need for the triathlon? The first thing you need is you're going to need a bathing suit and goggles and a towel. You're going to need a bike that's a mountain bike, not a road bike. And then you're going to need some type of athletic shoes that you can run in.
In the pool, you'll be wearing a bathing suit, which consists of 1 or 2 piece for the girls, generally board shorts for the guys. And on the bike, you will be wearing some kind of a t-shirt, socks, shoes, and of course your helmet.
Well, preparing for the triathlon starts in our ENS class, so participating in all the runs and swims that we do in class will help you, but anything you can do on your own to prepare is not going to hurt, obviously. Swimming and running. We get a lot of people that maybe have limited experience riding a bike, so I would say as early as possible in your 9th grade year or whatever year you're taking ENS is to get some practice on the bike.
The triathlon starts with a 300-meter swim, which is 6 laps. After your swim, you will walk to your staged area for your bike. Put your helmet on with strap and your shoes. Start riding toward the parking lot on the sidewalk between the gym locker rooms where you will go through the gates. Follow the sidewalk around the stadium to the corner of Torrey Meadows Drive. At the corner, make a right. Go down to the baseball ramp to your right. Follow the path to the left around the outside of the varsity field, riding towards the JV baseball field. Ride between the tennis courts and the JV baseball field, making a right next to the racquetball courts. Ride between the softball field and the racquetball courts, turning left following the outfield fence of the softball field. Follow the path around the large service ramp, go up the back service road and turn left to the student parking lot. At the student parking lot, turn right, follow the sidewalk around to the bus circle. At the bus circle, follow it around to the front of the school, where you will turn right on the sidewalk and follow the sidewalk down towards the stadium. You will repeat the same route, but on the second lap you will U-turn at the stairs and follow the path up the foot ramp, stopping at the top where you began. You will drop your bike off and your helmet at the top of the ramp to begin your run. You will hand your bike off to the nearest person that can assist you. Your final leg is the run. When you start your run, turn left through the gates. You will go all the way down the back service road. Go down the service ramp, do a U-turn, and follow that path toward the softball fields, running by the outfield of the softball fence toward the basketball courts. You will go through the basketball courts, through the gate into the stadium. You will go up the foot ramp and follow the foot ramp to the home side stands. You will pass one set of stairs, and once you get into the stands, you will go down the second set of stairs onto the track, where you will continue to run towards the varsity baseball fields. As you reach the varsity baseball field, you will continue down the road towards the JV field. As you reach the JV outfield, you will continue to follow the outfield fence of the varsity baseball field towards the back fence. When you reach the back fence, you will follow the fence line around to the service ramp and up the service ramp towards the classrooms. At the top, you will turn right, and you will run down the service road towards the finish line. There will be cones and caution tape funneling you to the finish line. You must go through the finish line and record your number for the time. You should also run all the way through the finish line to get the best time possible. You should also make sure that the people at the finish line hear your number correctly.
So every ENS class, each ENS teacher is going to basically prep each class and kind of go through the triathlon with them and the expectations with their classes on the swim, bike, and run. The day of the triathlon, each student will check in behind the locker room, and they'll receive a bib that they'll attach to their t-shirt that they're going to wear during the bike and run portion. Other than that, the only other thing that they'll receive, the triathlon is also a fundraiser for us. So each class is going to get an opportunity, each student, to go out and try and get donations that go directly back to our ENS program.
Usually the girls go first on a Monday and then the guys race on Tuesday. And you are responsible for running all of the different stations that we have set up. For example, lap counting will be Miss Pidgeon's class. My class usually runs registration. Mr. Champoux's class usually goes around the race course for safety. Miss Bullick usually does water, and Mr. Medlock's classes usually run the finish line.
Hi Wolverines, we're so excited to have you participate in Westview's annual triathlon. It's a great event. I know you'll be a little bit tired, but you're going to push on and make it through, and we'll all be cheering you on.
Well, what I have to say to the freshmen is this. Make sure you are well prepared. You can look at it two different ways for the triathlon. You can look at it like you're in it to win it, or you can look at it in terms of in it to finish it. And either way, it's going to be a fun, memorable experience, and you can say that you participated in a triathlon. We're the only school that I'm aware of that has all the freshmen competing in this type of opportunity.
Biggest words of encouragement is just to be open-minded about it. Everybody automatically thinks, oh, I can't do it, and it's so hard. But if you look at the events and you take them separately, we actually do them all the time. We do runs, we do swims, and we do the best we can to prepare you. So instead of dreading it, actually try to go into it with an open mind and a good attitude, and you'll do a lot better than you think.
You know, a triathlon may seem daunting at first when you find out that you have to do it. But what we found out is the students really get a good experience in that they really feel like they've accomplished something that they didn't think they could do.
Yeah, have fun with it. The feedback that I have gotten in the past from ENS students that were maybe a little intimidated were when they finished, they said it wasn't as hard as they thought it was going to be, and maybe they didn't think they would ever do something like a triathlon, and they were able to complete it. And if you're a person that wants to try and maybe get toward the top of a race or get on the all-time results, maybe check what the times in the past have been and challenge yourself to do the best you can. But have fun.
Yeah, a lot of times there are nerves associated with this, but it really has to do with the fact that you haven't done anything like this before, which is why we've created this. We've set it up as race-like as possible with a $25 registration fee, with bibs, with awards at the end on Wednesday, with water stations and cheerleaders. Our little tiny Wolverines from the preschool come out and cheer us on. So all we ask for you is to do the best that you can and finish the race. The rest is just the fact that you've accomplished it. And it's kind of a rite of passage for all freshmen at Westview. We've all been through it, you've all done it. You all get a $25 for your registration fee. You all get a triathlon t-shirt that everyone wears. So it is kind of the way that you end your freshman year with this big event.
You might be nervous, but understand something, that when you do something that makes you nervous, you have courage. And with that courage, you have a sense of accomplishment when you finish it. It's not how well you do, it's that you learn to do something that takes a little bit of fear so that you know that you can do tough things in the future. So I applaud you guys for carrying on the torch and for doing this each and every year. And I have a lot of respect for all our freshmen and a sense of accomplishment.